Yeah. What's going on, everybody? It is your boys with the toys. Bang, bang, Niner gang. What's up, everybody, man? Y'all know what it is, man. The Pod About It crew is back, and we're here to have a lot of fun. Round of applause for my guys actually making it to a show only 10 minutes late.
That's the first time we was ever late.
Does he know what?
I don't think we've ever been this late. We've been like maybe 3 to 5 minutes late starting.
Gee, you be the main culprit, bro.
No.
Tonight it was me, but you be the main one, bro.
I'll be a minute late entering the studio.
Wow, I love that y'all throwing each other under the bus, pointing fingers. I want the record to reflect that from the very beginning, I said we are late. I didn't say because of this person, because I was with y'all. I was down with the squad. Y'all
said, run the tape back. You said a round of applause for them finally. You made it seem like it was us, and not
I didn't say them. I said us.
No, he didn't say us. He made it like this. I
don't do that.
I don't do that.
I apologize. I
started shooting. As a matter of fact, G, you actually piggybacked off what he said. I started shooting. My bad.
Wow, look, is this the year of accountability? 2023 is off with a bang. Are y'all hearing what I'm hearing? This is crazy. It's absolute craziness. Wow, he said that's my bad. I did that. Look at me, Kelly. I did this to you. Sorry, we can't sing R. Kelly songs no more. So y'all know how we do this thing, man. We always start off with a little recap. It's a new year, new us. I don't think we've done a video since Christmas time, but it's okay.
Before that.
Yeah, no, I know that, but we're not going to do the Christmas recap. We're going to start with the new year, new me. That's the name of this episode. I want to start by saying happy anniversary to our guy, Big G Lane up there, man. Let's go, G.
Anniversary. I believe your birthday also passed.
Give me all the hand claps, the horns, belated birthday. Married the whole year. She didn't kill me yet.
My man, 1 year in, counting his blessings. That's crazy.
Some of these couples don't make it that long.
Hey, my one boy, they got married, didn't even make it a year.
All right. Some of these couples don't make it that long.
So let's just pull your spot up. I hope she can hear us. How troubled were you? How many times did you think y'all wasn't going to make it a year?
I didn't think at any point that we weren't going to make it, if I'm being honest.
Never would have made it. He was not worried about it. Okay, G, I hear you.
No pressure.
Was I worried? Hey, babe.
I saw the... I know what he was doing. Look at him now asking for validation. Hey, baby.
No,
baby,
I was going to ask
me, right?
I was going to ask her.
Was there any rough spots?
Right. Babe, you was going to love me the whole time, right?
No, I was going to ask her if there's ever a point during this year that she didn't think we would make it. Baby?
She's not trying to participate.
Mike, and well, the guys asked me, they obviously said congratulations on our, first year being married. And he was saying at any point that I think that we weren't going to make it. And I said, honestly, no. And that's why I was calling you to see if you, at any point think we weren't going to make it a year.
You want me to answer on here?
Yeah. She's like, you want me to answer on here?
You started laughing. Yo.
No, you for real. She's like, I'm kidding. Yeah, right. She's like, Mama Gwen, he coming home to you.
I believe it. I will say this, though. I will say this. In this year, I don't think I got any of those concerning phone calls.
That's what I was going to ask you that next, Mike.
From either one of them.
I was going to ask G first. You think you making it a year too?
Yeah. Hopefully, that's the plan.
That's the plan, right?
That's the plan.
You got the better benefits package, Duck. He ain't going nowhere. He know what he's doing over there. That boy good. That boy good. Yeah. Plus, she work around the keys that can control the payroll and stuff. Oops. Get a couple zeros.
She has no influence on that, because if that was the case, I'm like, hey, babe, what? I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Smart man. Look at This year is turning out good. Yo, the first 10 minutes of this show, we all are on fire. I've heard accountability. I've heard apologies. Are y'all still black? What is going on? What y'all eat for New Year's dinner?
Bro, what did I eat?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh, New Year's. Well, it was obviously our anniversary. We went out to breakfast. Dinner, we had hibachi. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. So y'all did lose your black card over the break. That's cool. That's cool. I'm glad y'all had a good dinner, though. I mean, Duck just eat whenever he feels like it right now, too. I mean, it don't, it's not like we knew we were doing under 8:30 and night,
This is the first time I'm eating all day. I've been
He literally waited for the one time to eat all day when we had to go live. Like, I just want that to be on the record.
The goal was to be eaten by 8:15. That was the goal, and just didn't quite line up.
Hey, Mike, y'all didn't have a wedding cake, right? Oh, okay. I was going to ask you if y'all
bring
ate.
cake. They don't let you bring cake into the courthouse.
Oh, okay. Because we sliced this, a nice piece to save for a year later, and we ate it. We just took a bite of it, and we was like, yeah.
Hold up. Y'all ate a year-old cake, bro?
Babe, come in here, because
no, don't tell me. Why you always want to throw her no? I want you to tell me the bullshit yourself. Please tell me the truth. You ate a year-old piece of cake.
It was in the freezer.
Yo, you and Melissa.
It was her idea. I didn't even know that was a custom. Two things I learned.
Not a custom.
One, I had to gift my best man's, a present to ask him to be my best man, which I didn't even think was a thing. I thought you just called him up. Hey, what you doing? Nothing. Hey, be my best man. All right, cool. Like, I didn't know I had to gift you something.
I didn't either. If I had known that, wait, I thought you just did that out of the kindness of your heart. If I'd known that was supposed to be like a what's it called when you pay a dude to marry somebody, a dowry?
Yeah.
If I'd have known that was like a dowry, I'd have asked for more. If I had known that.
It's not just best men, because I've never been a best man, but every time I've been a groomsman, I've gotten something. So that's
well, I have seen that on online where the groom gifts
his wedding party, his groomsman.
But
the best man's supposed to get a little extra something. So the other wedding that I was in, when I was the best man, everybody got the glasses. With the personalized glasses, I got the glasses and the canter with the inscription and everything on it. So I got the ones.
My brother-in-law got me cufflinks. I don't remember what my buddy was saying. He got me something. I know he did because that's how he is. My other brother-in-law, the one that just got married just over a year ago, he got me a nice bottle of whiskey. He got me like 5 cigars, a new cigar cutter, a new lighter.
I didn't know you was a cigar guy. All right.
I don't smoke them as frequently as I used to.
He's not.
I actually know Mike's right. It's not enough now to say that I am, but I do still smoke cigars occasionally. But it's not enough. My humidor is out of commission right now. It hasn't been for years. Yeah. So.
Mm-hmm.
No need for dead air. No need for dead air.
No, I was going to ask. So, what was the original question? Are we doing, what we doing for New Year's resolutions or New Year, new us? Any goals? That
all
kind
right.
of
So
thing?
let's talk about the lies we telling each other this year, and then we're gonna have some moments of truth. So let's first start with the lies we tell each other ourselves at the beginning of every year. What are your resolutions?
Okay.
Well, go ahead.
All right. I don't do resolutions for that very reason. Because I'm not about to sit here and lie to myself. I've always been the type, you're either going to do something or you're not. So it's funny. There is a lot that I've been doing that the timeline just happened to line up. Like I built myself up for months mentally. And like it just so happened the timeline lined up with the start of the new year that I've been doing this shit. But none of it is, oh, New Year's is my New Year's resolution. But there's a lot of stuff that I'm doing more frequently, trying to get some consistency, but that it's born of other things. So it's just more the way that I'm wired, that I know how I operate most efficiently and get the most production out of myself. But I don't do New Year's resolutions. I can't speak for y'all or anybody else.
So then, do you have any? Well, before you answer, G, do you have any New Year's resolutions?
I don't consciously make a resolution, but every year around December going into the new year, I always have at least 1 or 2 goals I would like to improve upon. And the one that I've been trying to improve upon since my 20s and I have yet to get there is more so building the savings account, like managing my finances, get my savings account to like a comfortable level. And I start off good and just fall flat.
And then that new Call of Duty drop, and you be like, you know what? And you be buying all that. Just this in a new car not too long ago. Y'all be getting all of that shit.
And then he want to like call me out. Oh, why ain't you get it? Why ain't you get it yet? What you waiting on? This is why we don't play no games. And I'm like, bro, I got 4 kids and a dog that weighs 140 pounds. Like, what you want me to do?
So that's my goal every year. And I feel like I'm on track to actually, hit that goal and hopefully get some momentum going and just keep letting it, roll over into year after year and year and just, have a nice chunk of change. I feel like as I just crossed over, I'm no longer at the halfway point of my 30s. So I feel like I need to build some momentum going into my 40s within the next 4 years. And this is something that I want to improve upon for myself to have that, financial comfortability going into my 40s and not still doing the same thing I was doing in my teens, 20s, early 30s. So at some point I got to break the habit.
And so is this a New Year's resolution or a half-decade resolution? You giving yourself a 4-year timeline.
I had a dream that one day I could manage my money and not be a typical nigga out here in the streets.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's funny. That's funny. So Duck doesn't have any New Year's resolutions.
Mike, do you have any New Year's resolution?
I will phrase the resolution this way. This is the lie. I plan on completely eliminating all of my debt.
I just did that.
At this point in my life, I have the most debt I have ever had if you take any 5 years and add it up. Take any of the 5 years of any debt that I've had and add it all up. And this year, I have more than I've ever had. So this year, I am going to be responsible and save properly, and I'm going to eliminate all of my debt. Now, that's the lie. Here's
not
the truth.
Even the debt part? No.
Oh no, all that was, all the figures were true. I'm talking about, I'm just going to save and eliminate debt and blah, blah, blah. Listen, unless I picked up 2 part-times, I can't get out of this debt right now. But I'm going to do something that I was inspired by one of our former presidents to do.
Bankruptcy,
baby. Huh? Let them have all that shit. They can take it all. You know why? Because the house ain't in my name. What they going to do? What they going to do?
Did you co-sign?
Huh?
Did you co-sign? No.
Nope.
Okay.
I ain't put my name on not now thing. Nada. So you mean tell me I get to push this button and I don't got to pay nothing? Now, I heard about this program. I'm looking into it right now, currently. It's about $2,000-$3,000. It eliminates your debt, and it's a 720 program where after a couple of months and you follow whatever their steps are, your credit score goes to 720. Now, here's the catch-22. Yes, your credit score is 720, but people don't give a shit because they see the bankruptcy. So for a couple of years, you still can't do much of anything.
7 years, I believe, because my coworker filed for bankruptcy.
However, when that time is up, your credit score is up, and you should have no debt. You should have no debt.
Assuming you didn't add more.
Exactly. But
how long is the bankruptcy on your credit report?
I believe it's 7 years also.
I think it's like 7 years.
Yeah, but I'm okay with that. So now I got a 10-year plan for me and my family where this is going to be the Taj Mahal over here. We're going to renovate and all that stuff after 10 years. Because if I push this button and everything is gone, I could stack. I could stack. But right now it's pay that one. That one's the minimum. That one's the minimum. That one's the minimum. That one's the minimum. Pay that one again. That one's the minimum. That one's the minimum. And the minimums, every time I pay the minimum, the next statement say, "Oh, you over the limit again." I'm like, I ain't even used the card. I don't even see them things no more. How is it? Because when you pay the minimums, the interest is crazy. So,
and that's why I'm thinking about getting rid of my one credit card because like everything is over 20%
get rid
interest.
of the credit card. It is where you live in your name.
What you say?
Is where you live in your name.
Is it?
No, right?
I
So
don't think so.
so then you need to push the same button that I'm about to push.
Oh,
Wipe out-
I'm nowhere near. The debt that I got is the one student loan, and that might be getting written off. I'm waiting for some more information about that. I already received the email, but I did knock off a big chunk of debt this year. I took out a pension loan, paid off some stuff, and pretty much bombed everything that way. Cleared it all out. Probably wait another year to try to do this car thing, because my whole goal going into this year was to pay off the debt, get a new car. What I was eligible for as far as pension loan was not what I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to have enough to get a car, pay off the debt. So I had a decision to make, either get the car or pay off the debt. And I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and pay off the debt. And
see, I'd have got the car and let that debt sit there. Now the problem is, I don't know what happens when you push the button. Does the car that's in your name have to go back?
My coworker who after he was divorced, he said you still have the option to keep the car, and everything else you could just boop, bye-bye to.
See? So if I was you, I would have got the car and then pushed the button and opted to keep the car, and all the other debt goes away. So now that's money that you could
see. If I'm gonna use that, I'm gonna use it on something good. He had a second mortgage and didn't know it. His wife took out a second mortgage and he didn't know it. So,
hey, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like if I got a chance to pay $3,500, either from $3,000 to $3,500, and wipe out all my debt. Like I said, my house isn't in my name, so I'm not worried about that. And if I get to keep my car, I'm gold. I'm gold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, was he able to keep the house also?
Nah, he did not keep the house. He stayed in it until I think he just walked away from it.
Yo. What's going on, Mike? Happy birthday, Mike Ing. I was wondering if he was going to show up. I told you I was going to see you today.
Happy birthday.
Mike Malone is in the building. I see y'all. What up?
Wow. Okay. Happy birthday, Mike.
But no, he walked away from the house, and he's actually building a house in DR. So he went through all the stuff that he went through, and now he's starting to make his come up. Him and his wife are building a house in DR because that's where she's from.
Look at that, building a house in DR. So the price is. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. He'll be retired next year. The house will be done, and he's gone.
People look at bankruptcy like it's a bad word, like it's got negative connotations. But I heard that Donald Trump claimed bankruptcy and then bought two hotels. So
yeah, and there's one lady that I used to listen to on the gospel radio before they started actually playing gospel, and she was just strictly about finances, telling people, "Hey, look, the president even filed for bankruptcy. It's not right, but it's a tool available to use, and don't look at it as a bad thing. It's a way to clear out, clean house, start over."
And so many misconceptions about it. We hear bankruptcy and people want to laugh at other people. Aha, you a broke dude, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but now my checks are my checks. While I might look broke to you because you heard about the bankruptcy, I'm stacking now because all my debt's eliminated. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, and cleaning up that debt that I just recently, I did the math. I just cleared up over a nice chunk of change, over 400 something a month just by doing all of that. So I'm in a happier state of mind.
Yo, if my joint's only 400 a month, I would be fine. I probably wouldn't consider pushing the button.
No, I'm gonna keep it real. I took out.
No, don't put.
You ain't got to do all that.
It is what it is.
No. But I'm just saying, you could say plus or minus 8K.
Plus.
That's enough. You don't need to tell us nothing else. That's it, right? Take your 8K and quadruple that. That's where I'm at right now.
Dang.
Yeah. Never in my life.
You didn't need that house on wheels. You didn't need that house on wheels.
I went to 2 colleges and they had this kind of debt.
If that's how you feel, I mean, I guess the way I should have been feeling for the last decade and a half is crazy. Because college, not decade and a half. Whenever I finished my master's degree, it's been damn near 10 years. But after that, like I've been walking around with a lot of debts, and like I'm used to this lifestyle. So
Yeah, but see, and that's the problem with
Problem.
our people is that we just get used to being in debt. Like there's so many ways to reset and all, and those ways cost, but debt is debt. So I'd rather do my income tax, take that and apply it to getting out of the debt now, as opposed to most people take their income tax and say, all right, well, I'm going to pay off a credit card or two, or I'm going to pay off a loan that I had, but you still got all that other shit that you're still trying to play catch up with, and now you have nothing to show for it.
And that's why I'm thankful I only have one credit card. Like I've known people that have multiple credit cards, maxed out.
I'm hearing feedback now. Hold on. Keep talking, G.
So I'm just thankful I only had the one credit card, and actually I'm lying. I have two. One is credit card for the jewelry store. The other one is my bank's credit card. But yeah, I only had that one, and that's paid off. My wife has it, and I told her to be more strict about it, about giving it to me. So
all right, so it's actually it's coming from Duck's mic, so I just changed his mic settings. Let's see if that helps.
Would you say, Duck?
I said she's gonna run that up for you. It's coming from my mic. I wasn't even speaking.
Nah,
No,
she's
no.
not that type. She don't even run hers up. So
Oh, is my mic too close to my laptop? That could
Maybe.
probably.
Yeah,
that could be what it is. It's picking up G as he's speaking.
Yeah,
so.
nah, that's what it is then.
But we can still hear you wherever you just moved it to. So I just turned your mic volume down also. But people, listen, and I'm no financial expert or nothing like that. My days of financial planning are long behind me, but bankruptcy is an option, and there's different types of bankruptcy. We should look into it. We look into all other kinds of shit. We look into loans and stuff so fast. Why won't we look into something like this? I'm just saying, do the
especially
research.
if you meet the requirement.
Yeah, do the research. Don't be ashamed. Like, and you don't have to tell people. I'm not telling you to broadcast to people either, but don't be ashamed. Look into it. You know, Mike says here, I'm terrible with debt. LOL. Like, bro, that's America. America thrives on debt. That's what it is. You got something I want. How do I get it? Nobody walks. Well, let me not say nobody. Most Americans don't walk into a dealership and buy a brand new car with cash. Everybody, 90% of people who buy cars, 99% of people who buy cars walk out of there. Boom, that is all your credit report.
Even most of the people that actually can do that if they wanted to don't do that.
Right. They write it off as a business expense and shit like that. It is all kind of loopholes and all that. Hey, they can have it. They can have
the one lie that we were told that was exposed during the pandemic is you're supposed to have X amount in the bank for a rainy day in case something happened. We saw companies folding. So I'm like, if the company that's making millions a year is folding over for a couple of months, what you think the average American is supposed to have tucked away?
Bingo. So I'm ready to hit this reset button, bro. I'm in my mind. I'm doing a happy dance. Y'all can't see it right now, but it's like it's a happy dance going on over here. So let's keep it moving.
I did my little happy dance, yo. I'm like, wow, I really knocked all those things off, and I'm good now. I've freed up that money. Yeah, I gotta, pay the pension loan back, but that's nothing compared to what I was stretching out. This was getting some, that was getting some, this was getting some. Yeah. I'm like, so
we gotta stop wearing ourselves thin, or I'm gonna end up bald like G from stress. I can't do it. Can't do it.
That's why he always wear that thing, y'all. He got a bald spot in the middle.
Oh, don't make me show y'all. My hairline is impeccable. Nah, don't try to play me, bro. My hairline is intact,
so you're
bro.
not gonna say that that's not color? You don't like I ain't see the color.
You see the part? That's me.
I'm talking about in the back of your head. You gonna act like I ain't see the can at your house? No, I'm playing.
I'm about to say, bro, what? If you saw, there's two cans that I use in my hair, but it's Sheen because you moisturize your hair that way. I used to see it's another thing I learned this last year, right? You used to think you put oil and stuff in your hair and leave-in conditioners on and all that. Can't do that with locks. Locks hold on to moisture too much. So now walking around smelling mildewy and stuff, you can't do that.
I was just about to ask you that.
Sheen is the best way to spray. You ever see the old videos back in the day when the dudes
just
before they go out? Right. Now I'm not walking around with the drip, but that is how you're supposed to moisten your hair, moisten your hair, and it's light enough where it stays on the outside.
I don't remember last time I seen anybody spraying Sheen. Like that was like 90s.
Well, that's because people don't do it outside anymore, but people still do it before they go out. I do it, bro. I even put a little bit in my beard if I want that extra shine on there. If I know I'm going somewhere and they're gonna be taking pictures and videos. Oh yeah, I put it.
You
it
got
in
the beard glistening.
Yeah, oh yeah, I do the whole beard treatment with the oils and everything, the scents, and I take the sheen and go real quick, just a fast, real quick.
So with all of this fragrance and scents going into your hair and beard, do you even put cologne on?
Oh yeah,
it doesn't clash.
Nah,
it might.
Nah, you gotta have cologne. That's yeah.
So the cologne is supposed to be for like. So by the way, I learned that colognes smell different depending on where you spray them. Did y'all know that?
No, but I did learn that where to spray it. Like
cologne on the skin comes off different than cologne on your clothes or on the outer part of your body.
Yeah, I don't spray on the cologne on my clothes because depending on the cologne, it could damage. Well, not damage, but damage your clothes, ruin your clothes, whatever.
Mm-hmm. So I like for the cologne to smell like me. So I spray here, and like down like here, in the middle of my chest. And so when people embrace me, they'll smell the cologne. They'll get a whiff of the hair too. And I've had family members say, "Does your hair stink?" And I'd be like, "No, you go ahead." And it's a different smell than what I smell like. So
yeah, I put it on my neck, like right behind my ear, and on the inside of my elbows.
Just put it on the
Look
chest.
at Miss Debbie. Miss Debbie said, "I got out of debt 8 years ago and haven't looked back. I only have one emergency credit card." See, and that's where I'm trying to be. That's where I'm trying to be. So
I'm trying to get to that point. Thank you for the inspiration. I can do it.
2 more months, baby. 2 more months. I'm gonna be right there with y'all, man. They're gonna be like, "Mike, you going to the game?" I already got tickets. I already got
bankruptcy party. That's the only dude I know is gonna have a bankruptcy party. Boy, what you drinking, Mike?
Yeah, everything. Everything. She's gonna be like,
no. You know what? You shouldn't drink because one of your purchases can't be you keep drinking.
Wait, you know about a crazy purchase I bought when I was drunk?
The laptop.
Oh.
Wow.
That boy bought a gaming laptop.
Fastest $2,000 I ever spent in my life.
God.
But this thing has been great. I got to sync to the PlayStation now. I can play the whole PlayStation on the lap. This joint is incredible, man. And I do all my shows on here, so it's a business expense,
So,
but yeah, so all right, so
around.
let's progress the conversation now. We offer New Year's resolutions and things like that. I do want to ask y'all, and if you want to reflect on not just last year, but your last couple years, and however long of a period you're going to reflect on, how do you see it being different that same set of time forward? So if you're only going to reflect on 1 year, where do you see yourself a year from now?
I'm ready to do this now, G, if you need time. So
no, go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna reflect on the last two, by far the 2 toughest years of my life. Like, and at first I was thinking of it and like, 2 toughest years of my adult life, but childhood is set up for most people to be easy. My childhood was a very easy childhood in comparison to most. You know what I mean? I didn't have to worry about anything. You're not paying bills. You're not worried about that next meal. Like, I didn't have those concerns growing up. We were comfortable. This shit, between just literally the way at the very end of 2021, when my ex had the mental breakdowns and had that whole shit that ended up landing her in the hospital and all that. Those 6 months, whatever, where I was like, "Oh, money's tight, it's tough." Then I got laid off, or I guess it was 8 or 9 months, whatever. I got laid off in August. So then I got laid off, and then everything since then has only been way fucking tougher. But it also puts a lot of things in perspective. It's like, I thought money was tight. I really wasn't appreciative of what I had, what I was making before. And now I see what money being tight really looks like when you got a mortgage, you got child support, you got a car note, you got insurance, you got credit card bills, you got a phone bill, all that stuff and whatever else I got that I'm forgetting. The dog hasn't been to the groomer in so long. The dog hasn't been to the vet in so long. I'm literally just trying to make sure my daughter isn't worried about it. And she's 2. So there's not much that she would be aware of, right? But just food in the house, make sure she's good. Those weekends I got her. I got a job offer a week ago today for the first time. It's still not salary. It's 100% commission. Working my tail off this last week to prep for the state exam for the license I need for it. But it's just, for me, it was like, yo, this is an opportunity. Literally, nobody has wanted to take a chance on me in the last year and a half for whatever reason, even though I know that industry inside and out. So, okay, I got this sales role, 100% commission. I'm gonna just go in and give it my best. And I think if we're looking 2 years from now, the hope is, I will say this is the first year since I've been in this house that I'm going into the year without the mindset of, yo, by the end of the year, I need to be in another house, buy another house, put this one up for rent. Like, I'm just, yo, let's rebuild and stabilize. Like, that's literally my mindset. But I am hoping that at the end of next year, I can get back on track, buy house number 2, and whether it's stay in this house and put that one for rent or move into that one, this one for rent, whatever. That's what I'm hoping to do. Like, I'm really hoping to flip the outlook. Y'all were just talking about debt and all that. I got arrears piled up on the child support. I'm still paying. It's just not the full amount. So I'm trying to get that off the books by the end of the year. I had 2 credit cards get sent to collections. I'm trying to get that out the way because that's standing in the way of me. I'm trying to join the Air Force Reserve. They push the age up to 42. I'm trying to do that, but you can only have no more than 15,000 in collections. I definitely have.
Really?
Wow. You can only have no more.
Great.
And they told me the arrears are also going to be considered in that. So I got to clear both of those credit cards that are in collections, and I got to clear the arrears off for the child support before I can even sign up. And I still got to get my what's it called? My blood pressure under control before I can do that. There's a lot of moving pieces for me, and I'm just grateful to God that I'm still here. I'm glad I still got my house. I'm glad I still got my health. I honestly, like, you look back on the last year and a half, 2 years, for as hard as it's been, what have I really lost? 2 credit cards? I could live with that. Like, if I can, I'll just pour my all into this new job, and we'll see where it goes. So,
with everything that you mentioned, do you have any goals for your mental health? I know you mentioned your health, and you have this goal and that goal. What about your mental health?
So to that end, that's what I said earlier. That I've been doing more things. It just happened. Just so happens that it's been in conjunction with the new year. There's a lot of stuff that helps with that, right? For me, I'm more productive and all that the more I got on my plate. So all this studying for the new job, I'm still doing the balancing thing. I'm still door dashing. I've been working out consistently since the new year started. I've been walking my dog more consistently. When I have my daughter, I'm making sure we're doing way more educational stuff than I've ever done with her every single weekend. And I'm saying all that to say the routine helps me personally. And when I can afford it, I was seeing a therapist back before I got laid off. I'm damn sure going to sign up for a few sessions with him. Just, let's have a tune up real quick. Just let you know what's been going on, where I'm at. I literally haven't been able to afford it. Like, yeah. So
that's what's up. That's what's up for real. I want to say shout out to all the people that are watching right now. And guys, you see it at the bottom of the screen here. Make sure you guys subscribe to Pod About It on YouTube, youtube.com/@podaboutit. All right. Once we get to 200, this guy right here is going to wax his head live. All right. Wax his head live. I can't wait to see that. I wanted to ask Miss Debbie a question, though, really quick. She said she got out of debt 8 years ago. If you don't mind, how did you do it? I don't need to know the specifics of, like, how much debt you were in and all that, but how did you do it? And then she also says here, now that I'm retired, a year from now, I plan on having recovered from my second knee replacement, and I'm training for my second triathlon at 72 years old and 160. My first one, I was 353 pounds. Man, if that don't deserve an air horn, that's what I'm talking about, Miss Debbie. That's what I'm talking about, Miss Debbie. That's how you do it. The other thing is here, DJ Malone says, does being less pessimistic count as a New Year's resolution? Yes.
Yes.
Your New Year's resolution is whatever you make it, man.
Yeah. But the thing about being pessimistic is, and the reason I do call that a resolution is because after a while, it becomes how you naturally look at things. Like, that's a mindset you're trying to change. It's not like, oh, I'm just going to wake up and be positive every day. Like, that's what you say to yourself, but it's 100% how you have to, like, it's a lifestyle being less pessimistic. It's not just thought like, oh man, my tire's flat. Well, at least the other 3 aren't, like, that's how you can try to do it, but it's still you can sit there and say it out loud, but if it's still eating at you, then you're still a pessimistic person. So it is something that you can work on, and that is 100% a resolution. 100%. So DJ Malone, I think you could do that. Miss Debbie said, I sold stock and paid off everything. And there you go.
Nice.
There you go. That's one thing I forgot about my stocks. I got to go see what they hitting for.
Boy, he might be out here being a multi-billionaire. Sorry,
I sold half of mine a few
there, 100,000 there, and don't even know it.
I sold half of mine a few months ago just to help me stay afloat. I was like, I need this money.
Okay. All right. So, guys, there's football we could talk about. There's current events we could talk about. Y'all got some topics. Where y'all want to go next? I'm gonna leave it up to y'all, man.
I'm the only one with the past outlook and then the upcoming outlook.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot I asked that question. G, what do you think, man?
What was the question? My
reflect on the last year, and then where do you see yourself a year from now?
Well, I didn't tell you guys. I just finished my last session with my therapist. I told her, I was like, I think I'm good. I'm going to go ahead and no longer to the sessions. So I had to, do all the paperwork and whatnot. But she said, hey, I'm always here if you need me. So I'm feeling real good about that. And the goal is to always, keep that in the forefront, not let my anxiety get the best of me. So definitely taking care of my mental health. Obviously, my financial well-being, making sure I'm straight with that. Not doing any unnecessary spending. Not, hey, babe, let me get the credit card so I can go, this, that, and the third. And honestly, I wasn't married 2 years ago, so I want to continue to be married for the foreseeable future, and not just be married, have a happy, healthy marriage.
To the same woman?
To the same woman.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because
you got people that's out there that's just married for the sake of being married. So I don't want to be one of those couples. We just like
my grandpa, rest in peace. That's how my pop was. I don't know how many wives that man had. Every time I turned around, he had a new wife. Man, I ain't meet half of them. That's crazy. And one of them, my grandmama. Like,
so that's my outlook for the next 5+ years. Oh, and like I said, I'm creeping up on my 40s. Right now we're in our apartment. No complaints. It's a nice neighborhood. We only pay rent and cable. But I already kind of started the process 2 years ago for the first time homeowners program. So going into my 40s, I would either like to already have a house or already doing the process of getting a house. So those things going into the next 5 years, actually 4 years, really.
Yeah.
And one small little goal too, I have yet to accomplish, and I'm running out of time on doing it. I got my passport when I was 30, and passports are good for 10 years. I got 4 more years to use this thing. So me and wifey are trying to get something in the books this year so I can get my first stamp.
Okay. All right. So now I got to ask you a question. This is funny.
I got mine and was immediately trying to fill it. So you waited 6 years?
Stuff.
Okay.
Stuff.
Okay. Fair enough.
Now, my wife and I are looking at a couple of different trips. We were talking about going to Aruba. We've done the Cancun thing. Now that she's got hers, she's ready to travel. Like, she thinks she's grown. I won't say that she got over her fear of flying. I won't say that she got over her fear of flying, but she has definitely embraced the idea of flying a lot more than I expected her to after her first flight.
So it gets you to those nice destinations, and she was having fun in Cancun. I don't care what nobody said. Your wife had the time of her life out there.
So she was out in the pool by herself with the music going, just doing whatever she wanted to do out there. Yeah, she had a blast, and I want to see more of that for her. Also, Miss Debbie has some words here for you. Update your passport now if you can. Right now, it's taking forever to get them renewed. So don't wait until the last minute. You don't have to wait until it's about to expire to renew it.
And I saw something. I saw something earlier today that said it actually needs to be valid for 6 months before you can use it, which I never knew that. That definitely wasn't a thing when I got mine back in 2016.
I don't know if my wife's was valid for 6 months before we went to Cancun, because we got it that year.
That's what they're saying now. That's what they're saying now.
It might be a new stipulation though. They have changed some of the laws.
Right. I got mine back in 2016, so that definitely wasn't. I filed in April and I was out the country in July. definitely wasn't 6 months.
So as far as my reflection, last year I went heavy with, medical bills and all that kind of stuff. And I wanted to make sure my kids were doing whatever they wanted to do. Daddy, I want to sign up for ballet. Boom, we're going to do it. If we're going to be broke, we're going to be happy and be broke. That was my mindset last year. That's how the debt just boom, it's like drop the bomb. Because before that, if it was time to go out, let me go hit the ATM real quick. We're going to have a good time. That was my mindset before, right? But that wasn't putting me in debt. That was taking stuff out of savings and out of the accounts, right? But then when you realize, well, I got 3 daughters and all of them want to do ballet now. That's 1, 2, 3. And that one costs $5,000 each. And then this one wants to do competitive dancing. And that one's about $8,000 a year. So all that stuff starts adding up on top of everything that you're already doing. Before you know it, it's like, damn, like I'm paying another mortgage and just dance fees, right? So it's like, all right, I want to still be able to maintain that kind of stuff, and I want to do it without like, looking over my shoulder and saying, what am I not going to pay so I could pay that? So that's part of my transition with this whole bankruptcy thing and getting rid of all the debt and everything. I'm not going to say I have any regrets, because I asked my daughter today, I said, hey, are you happy? Do you think you're a happy child? She was like, yeah. And I asked her about all of her siblings. She was like, yeah. I think everybody's happy, Dad. I think everybody's happy. So I thought that was cool to hear, right? But I want us to be happier, right? I don't want to look at a trip and be like, man, we got to find a sitter. I want to look at a trip and be like, yo, the kid's going to enjoy this with us. You know what I mean? Like, let's get them to some white sand. Let's get them to some clear waters and see what they think about the beaches there. They had a blast in South Carolina where the water don't look like iced tea out here in Jersey. When we were at Myrtle Beach, they had a blast there. Imagine if we just go south a little bit more. Imagine if we get them down to Florida. Imagine if we get them down to Mexico. Imagine if we get them to Aruba and places like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to start doing stuff with the family, bro.
Your kids are getting to that age too. Your youngest is starting to get to that age where you can start to do all that. And
her birthday is a week away, less than a week away.
Not as much a hassle to travel with them at a certain age. Yep.
Well, it's less of a hassle. It's more of a cost, but it's less of a hassle. But now is the time where I can start doing stuff where I know they're going to remember. Like, I've seen people take their 1-year-old to Disney, and I just want to take my child. And I'm like, I respect that and I get it. But other than pictures, they're not going to remember that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to do it. I wanted to wait until my kids are all going to do.
Yeah.
You spend more time pushing them around in the stroller than you do with them actually doing anything. You can't get on the rides because you can't hold them on the rides. Like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? So now you're looking at fireworks and hoping that it don't scare them and they watch, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's not the way to do it. I wanted to do it where all my kids remember. So now now's the time to start doing that for me.
On that note, so my daughter will be 3 later this year. And as soon as the Panthers' opponents were announced for this upcoming season, my boy, we were texting. I think as it happened, he was, hey, Philly on the schedule, you want to go to get? Because we went to the last Carolina at Philly game. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'll tell my other boy, because he felt some type of way that we didn't tell him we were going to the game because he's an Eagles fan. And I'm thinking, I was like, yo, I didn't tell him this, but I'm thinking if that falls on a weekend that I have my daughter, I might just bring her to the game. 3 years old, like, you should see how hyped she get. Why, as bad as we were, the few times that we actually did something good, my baby's getting just as hype as me. There are points where, like, I'm in my phone, right? I'm in my phone while the game is on, and I look over at her. She got her little juice box just watching. This focus on the game. And I'm like, oh, this is my baby. I love it. So
that's the other thing too.
I might take my baby to her first game. 3, like you said, she's not gonna remember it, but I'll know, and I'll ask her first too. No, you want to go with Daddy to the football game?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta see when they actually announce the schedule what's what, but I might take her to her first game this year.
There you go. See, it's that I wait to take my kids to an away game. I'm a 49ers fan, obviously, but I make it a point once they turn 10, we're getting on a flight and we're going to a game. So we did Derek when he was 10. I took Zara this last year, a couple of days after her 10th birthday. Aria will be this year. Aria will be this year. Yeah. So,
dang, I thought it was 2 years apart.
No, they're 13 months apart.
Wow.
So Zara's November, she turned 10. Aria turned 10 the following December.
She will be in this December. Yep.
Yeah. So Aria, I'm gonna end up having to take to a playoff game. It feels like, you know what I mean? Like I got to see what the schedule is like. But
You just got it like that. You can just assume your team gonna make it. Okay. Must be nice. Must be nice.
You know what?
Bang,
Let's
bang,
use that
nine
as a
again.
segue to go ahead and get to this prediction that we did at the beginning of the football season. Let's see who predicted right, got the most of them, because we're a competitive bunch. Let's see who got the most predictions right.
All right, Duck, break down the list, man. Here we go. ISO on Duck, baby. ISO on Duck.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know where my picks are on this list.
Oh, here.
I'm
That's how you know he
up.
got them all
I'm
wrong.
dead up. I got all of y'all's sitting here. Oh, okay. I see. I just didn't put my name over there. Okay. I didn't put my name over the column that was my picks. That's all that is. All right. Y'all want to go left to right?
However you want to do it. Let's go.
All right. So we got AFC North. We all picked the Ravens. We got that right.
No, stop talking. Wait till the bomb stops. This is dramatic effect. All right, go ahead.
I was gonna do it, like let it fade out as I'm speaking, but okay. AFC South. Myself and G picked the Jags. Mike picked the Colts. We were all wrong.
All wrong. Shout out to Houston, though. I am so proud of Houston, CJ Stroud, and Coach D'Amico Ryans.
I am, but it's bittersweet.
You want Stroud now?
He understood. Yo, don't play me. I wanted Stroud at the moment we made that trade, and you know that. Don't.
Can't believe y'all didn't do it.
I remember everything. Damn all that.
I remember you definitely were on the Stroud train
from the very beginning, and then
you were not scared off by
I said if not Stroud, then Richardson, because I watched him and dudes ping ponging off it. Him and Darnell Washington were my two favorite players in this draft class. But it was like top of the draft. You want a short thing. I wanted Stroud. So AFC.
Hold on, wait. Let me answer Miss Debbie's question real quick. Not multiple daughters. One. So her birthday is December. It's in 19. The middle of December. So what I have to do is after she turns 10 is when I take my children on a flight to a game. So if not the very end of the season, it'll have to be a playoff game. I have to see, where the team is playing and all that. And it's got to be somewhere where we have to get on a flight. It can't be like against the Eagles or against Washington where it's a drive, because the experiences for them is a plane and daddy-daughter time. So that's what it is.
I mean, you still got regular season football going. So
yeah. After her birthday, there's about 3 more weeks of football left.
Yeah,
for a regular season. So that's why I said I have to see what the schedule is like.
You could technically do a couple. I mean, I'm assuming she knows that that's going to be the gift, right? Like,
she's hyped.
You could do a couple weeks before as well. So
right when I took Zara, no, we don't celebrate before. That's bad luck. I don't do that. We're gonna wait till after her birthday and then we're gonna go.
I respect it.
But you remember, so when I took Zara, we did the daddy-daughter spa. She got her first professional mani-pedi. You know what I'm saying? And Aria was watching all of this like, oh my God, Daddy, I can't wait till it's my turn. y'all know how my middle baby is. She is hyped for it. I'm excited for her with how excited she is. So hopefully, knock on anything. I'm still around and we're still around and we're able to do it. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
All right.
AFC East. Both of y'all went Jets. I went Bills. I'm the only one that got that right.
Okay. I'll give you a little applause for that. Not the real applause. I'll give you an applause for that. So you got one right so far. I've got one right. No, we all got
the North right, and then I got the Bills right.
Okay,
so Doug is up one.
Yeah, I guess if we're keeping the score. AFC West. Me and G went Kansas City. Mike went the Raiders. Kansas City won that division, right?
No.
Who won the division?
Wait.
The Chargers didn't make it. The Raiders just missed it.
The Chiefs did. The Chiefs
Broncos just missed it. Yeah.
Chiefs did it. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. So that's 3 for me. That's 3 for me, 2 for G, 1 for Mike.
Oh, I got to do some catching up here. Okay.
All right.
But the Raiders came in second. It only took them 5
years
to get there.
Raiders were 8-9. KC was 11-6.
I said they just missed it. What was Denver's record? Because I know they were in
they were also 8-6. They were also 8-6. But they lost the tiebreaker to the Raiders, so Baja.
No, they were 8-9.
So, do y'all want me to
Yeah,
do?
I'm going to say 8 and 9.
Oh, okay.
Do y'all want to do the AFC wild card picks before I go to the NFC? Or
Nope. We'll run down the NFC and then we'll make our picks.
all right. We made our picks. That's what I'm saying. So, you want me to do NFC first? NFC division first.
Yeah.
NFC North. We all picked the Lions. We
We
all got.
we get to drop another bomb on it. Look at us. G picked the Lions too.
Yeah.
All of
we
us
doing
picked the Lions. Yeah. NFC South. Nobody got this right. I got the Panthers. Y'all both went with New Orleans. Tampa Bay won it. So.
And it's crazy because they both had the same record, 9-8.
Did they finish with the same record?
They finished with the same record.
And that's
9-8.
booty. That's garbage. I feel like we should get credit for that because I think we all knew that the Saints were going to be like doing a thing. But you know what the tiebreaker was?
That division was wide open. That's why I picked the Panthers.
I mean, well,
I'm hearing feedback now from one of y'all. It's my
it's probably from me when I do the air horn thing. It takes like 30 seconds for it to stop with the reverb. So I do sound effects. That's why you go on mute right after. But G, we get half a point for that because that was, I mean, they finished with the same record.
He's so desperate to catch up. He's trying to find
all right, I'm gonna shut up.
We can have credit. We can have credit.
Y'all both want to have. I can take your half credit. Whatever. The East. I don't think any of us got this right. So me and G went Eagles. Mike went Giants. The
Dang.
Cowboys won that division, right?
They did 12-5.
We all got the West Niners. We all went Niners.
Smart
Hit the
guy.
horn,
All right.
Mike.
Hold on. Oh, I'm hitting multiple things. Hold on here.
Congrats.
All right, AFC wild card. I don't know what order. I guess I don't know what order to do this in because it's 3 wild card teams each. So do you want me to run down my 3, Mike's 3, G's 3, or okay? My 3. Dang, none of these jokers made it. Bengals, Jets, Chargers. I got nothing. Mike had Bills, Steelers, Bengals. Steelers.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait. I got to play a sound effect for your 3 losses right there. Hold on.
You gotta do that. Why are you drinking that Haterade, Mike?
One of mine made it, so that's why I had to do it.
I mean, technically 2 of yours made it to the playoffs, but only one is a wild card. So
That's not true. Oh, the Ravens
won their division.
Yeah, but they still got to play in the wild card round. Round 1 is the wild card round, so I got 2 out of 3.
No, we were picking wild card teams. We picked division winners and wild card teams.
They playing in the wild card round
based on who's playing in the wild card.
Viewers, do I get credit for that? Oh, Miss Debbie says the other guys' names and the teams they support. This is my first time watching. Okay, I apologize. So let me take the comment off. We have our names here at the bottom. All right, and I'll go equal screen. I could leave it on equal screen right here. Here we go. So that's Duck. This is G.
What up?
G is a Packers fan, and
Go
Duck
Pack, go!
Is a Panthers fan. You're not gonna say keep pounding. You're just going.
I was just about to say.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The Panthers' best game offensively was against the Packers, and they stole that shit from them. The refs stole that game because that catch wasn't a catch. Was it who was the player? That wasn't a catch, G, and you know it. And you putting in the guys fuck that. You putting the guys good game after that shit. Fuck you and fuck your Packers.
He ain't even let G say. G said yeah. He was about to agree with you. Said yeah. You was like no, fuck that. You ain't even.
It wasn't
right.
It wasn't.
You know what? Effort there. I take. You know what? I'm glad. Y'all should have beat us handily, and you didn't need to. You shouldn't let the refs get involved. Then
we only had.
You only would have won if you didn't lose
all season.
You only would have won if you didn't lose. Finish off the list, loser.
It's funny because he acting like he telling you what to do, and you got to do it because it's part of the show. That's crazy.
I'm trying to figure out how to hand the list to you, Mike. I'm about to take a picture and send it to the group.
That's funny.
Oh man. It's cool. He ain't none of them right. Bills, Bengals, Chargers. What now?
No, the Bills made it.
No. They won
The
their
chat-
division. They're not a wild card team.
So in that context, I agree with Duck. It doesn't count.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So the NFC wild cards. I get none of these either. Damn. Giants, Bears, Seattle were my picks. Giants, Bears, Seahawks were my picks.
Yeah.
Mike, what was bad is I forgot you did the last time. I was not ready. Mike went Eagles, Vikings, Green Bay. Did Green Bay make the playoffs?
We sure did.
Okay. I didn't. I honestly didn't know.
Go
I wasn't
one
asking
time.
to talk shit. I didn't know.
Hit the button on them one time. Go, Pack, go.
And the truth is, I think the Vikings would have made it if they didn't lose Kirk.
I do too.
I believe that. I feel that way too. Yeah.
So, it is what it is, man. I didn't predict on losing franchise quarterback. Same for the Bengals. I
But
think
you
the Bengals get ready to tear the league up, and they got derailed also. So it's cool. I'm
That's
okay with
another thing. That it's like with the Bengals. I don't know where they landed with the draft position, but you got Joe Burrow, then you still got the 5th overall pick the following year because Burrow got injured. You were able to get Jamar Chase. I'm assuming they probably got a top 10. It's definitely a top half of the league pick. I mean, top 15. They're going to be able to stack the deck again. Like, it's just that's scary when you get a healthy Burrow back. And I'm glad my team isn't in that conference or division. G for his wild card picks: Green Bay. Packers, Cowboys, Seahawks. So he only got the Packers.
Yeah, because what's his name got in.
The division winner. So that's all that picks from this year.
So who won?
Oh, I stopped keeping count, but I felt like it was me.
Who are my wild cards?
I said yours second. You had Eagles, Vikings, Green Bay. You just said you.
Yeah. Duck
You got
won.
2 of them. You got 2.
You got two.
Yeah,
But
but it's not enough. It's not enough points. I think I'm still down by 1. I think Duck won because of the division winners.
Yeah, I think the division winners. I stopped keeping count, but I think the division winners had me with enough lead.
I mean, all you gotta do is take a pen and circle the right answers real quick in each column, and then you could just tally it up real quick while we're doing it.
Just had a pen.
If he just circles them real quick, we'll know who got what right. Now, how we think these playoffs going to go?
Well, for that, we got to set up who's actually in the playoffs, right?
Well, no, I mean, I got the playoffs thing here. I could do a screen share. We could talk about the first round, and we could just see how we think it's going to go. Yeah, y'all want to do it that way?
Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. I'll do a screen share here. What's happening? Good night, princess. I love you. Put something on your lips before you go to bed, please.
Good night.
Good night.
Don't be trying to suck up to Uncle G. Go to bed. She went and got in my bed. These kids, bro. All right. Here we go.
This is bullshit.
Uh-oh. We must be walking away from him, G. We must be walking away from him. He got a couple of womp. So it might hurt him. What's the totals, Duck?
Oh,
Hold
God.
on.
Wait, let me do a recount. Can I do a recount? Can I have time to do a recount?
You the only one counting. What you doing?
I know. I just want to
Okay,
recount.
Florida.
Damn, this is the second time we're gonna mention Trump.
What's bad is that I actually just did a recount after the first count.
You hear me, G? This is the second time we're gonna mention Trump. I'm taking bankruptcy from him. He
All right,
demanding a recount.
Right?
G and I tied at 5, and Mike got 6.
Ah!
Oh wait,
Hold up. Do my half count. He said he stopped counting when he knew he was in the league.
That's crazy.
I think if I had gotten a single wild card, right,
Just one of them.
You would have won if you didn't lose.
Yeah, that's the second time he said that to
I
you
need
tonight.
you to
That's,
stop talking to me like that.
that's crazy.
You're like, Mike is right. New year, new you. Huh? You on something, huh? What's going on?
All right, you want to keep track of these so at the end of the playoffs we can go.
So my notebook ain't up there, and my daughter been writing on all my shit.
All right, so I'm picking the Browns.
I'm gonna ride this wave. Damn it, man. I don't know what Joe Flacco was gonna show up. I don't know what Joe Flacco was gonna show up.
Ooh, that's interesting.
The Browns are the home team. No,
they're
Texans
away.
are
I
the home
was
team.
about to say,
Yeah.
that's not how I'm looking at this.
It's Browns at Texans. It's Dolphins at Chiefs. So the top team is.
I'm taking the Texans for an upset.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna go with the Texans as well.
But that's not an easy one. That's going to be a good game. This is 4:30 tomorrow. I mean, Saturday.
Saturday.
I'm working tomorrow, Saturday night. But this should.
I thought today was Friday too. That's why I said happy birthday to Mike, but I was wrong. So the two Saturday games are going to be the Browns at Texans and the Dolphins at Chiefs. And the NFC has Sunday, and then next week it'll be flipped. So,
All right, well, those are the Saturday games. I'm going to go with.
wait, let Duck.
It's split.
Oh, my bad, Duck.
It's split.
No, Duck said he's taking the Texans for the upset.
Yeah, okay, y'all both said Texans. I said Browns.
All right.
right.
So the next Saturday game, Chiefs Dolphins. Which this is a tough one because they've both been like on a downward trend right the last few weeks.
Oh, man, I keep seeing all these stupid stats about how the Chiefs, the Dolphins just can't win in cold weather.
I'm taking the Dolphins because I think Tyreek Hill is going to go the F off. I think he's going to have that return and go off.
That Chiefs pass rush in the postseason is just different, bro. And DJ is healthy, man.
Did you see how determined Chris Jones was to get that one sack?
Yeah.
$1 million.
But at
That's what I'm saying,
1.25 million.
Chris Jones is a freaking monster, and he'll be all over Tua in this game, bro.
I haven't written anything down yet. This is tough.
So G, you said you taking who?
I'm taking the Chiefs. I rock with them to win the division. I'm gonna rock with them for this round.
The Dolphins haven't beat a winning team in the last 2 years, except the Cowboys.
And that's why it's time to do it. But I still trust. I do trust Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes more than. Did the Dolphins make the playoffs last year?
Did the Dolphins what?
Make the
playoffs last year.
I don't think so.
Yes, they did.
Who'd they play?
They made the playoffs last year. Oh no, they didn't. They started like 8 and.
I'm taking the Chiefs. Playoff experience matters.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
Mike, who you going with?
Hold on, shut up. I want to look at the 2022-2023. The Dolphins were a wild card team. They were 7th. They were the 7th seed, and they played Miami versus Buffalo. That game was 31-34 in Buffalo. They put up some points. Fuck it. I'm taking the Dolphins.
I'm going back to the Dolphins.
I'm taking the Dolphins. I'm taking the Dolphins.
All right. So
Yeah, I'm going with the Dolphins.
Got the same pick so far.
All right, so we're gonna have to change it up a little bit. I gotta separate myself from Duck. G is the only one with 2 picks completely different from us. All right, now here's a good game right here. At least I think it's gonna be a good game. I don't think that Bills offense is what it should be. I know what they look like though, but the Steelers don't have a quarterback and they don't have TJ Watt. I'm gonna go with the Bills here.
Likewise.
I also put down the Bills. Okay, so we're all on the Bills on that one.
Okay, so I did not get away from G here. All right, G, Packers, Cowboys. Yeah, what's up now? Money where your mouth is, chump. What's up?
If I had to bet, you know what? F it. I'm doubling down. Packers all day, every day.
Woo! He says Packers till it ain't, baby.
I already wrote down the Cowboys. For me, I think they're finally going to go get over that hump and win one. And I honestly, I'll tell you what it is. Cowboys are a much better team than the Panthers, as evidenced by the result when we played them earlier this year. And we damn near beat the Packers. So the Cowboys at home against the Packers, I definitely like the Cowboys.
Cowboys have a problem playing down to their competition and folding to pressure of the outside. With that said, I don't think the Packers know how to. Gee, what's up with Christian Watson? Okay, that's all I need to know. Cowboys.
I think he's not playing, or he didn't play in the last game.
He always injured, man. He pissed me off, man. He always injured. He was like my sleeper fantasy pick, but I won 2 of my leagues though this year. I did win 2, Duck. I don't know if I told you.
Nah, I got third place in both of mine. I don't know. I didn't know that you won. Congrats on that.
I was in 2 49ers content creators fantasy leagues, and I won both of them.
Oh, it was Watson didn't play in this past game. There's no mention if he'll be playing this weekend. I know Jair Alexander rolled his ankle during jogs. So
yeah, I'm taking the Cowboys. CD Lamb should have a nice game against y'all. All right. Let's go on, man. NFC wild card rounds here for some Sunday night and Monday night.
I already broke down the Lions.
I'm going with the Lions too.
I'm rocking with the Lions. They're long overdue. First home game in 30 freaking years. First home playoff game in 30 years. And honestly, I don't even know how the hell the Rams made it. Puka Nacua had a nice season as a rookie.
Puka Nacua had a nice season. They rested Cooper Kupp. He's finally back and healthy, and they rested him the last game of the season. I feel like Sean McVay knows every weakness about Jared Goff. I do not.
That is my only concern about this game.
I do not think the Lions know the weaknesses of Matt Stafford. I think that this staff got rid of him too soon to know him. I'm gonna actually pick the Rams to win this game.
The other thing that I'll say too, that even though I'm rocking with my Lions pick, but I said it earlier, the playoff experience matters. The Lions just ain't got that. You know what I mean? Like,
well, the Lions are one of the.
I like this iteration of the Lions. Like, this is the best I've seen since I've been a football fan. Honestly, in my lifetime, 30 years ago, I was 4. So
yeah.
I wasn't paying attention to the Lions, to football at all.
The thing with me about the Lions is that Sam Laporta went out on a stretcher last game. Like he messed up his knee real bad. Now they said that it wasn't any tears or anything, but I don't think he's going to be ready this week. And Sam Laporta is a huge red zone target for those guys. Now that's not to slight Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's not the running backs are nice too. What's my man's name?
Anderson Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs. Oh my God, I love those guys. But I think Sean McVay and the Rams are too much for their defense to handle. I will say this. If it comes down to which team is going to take more gambles, you better take the Lions 3 times out of 3.
Listen, for me, I just love how scrappy they are. Like, it's crazy because an actual lion is what you think of. Like, I'm doing whatever to win this fight to protect my pride. Like,
yeah,
that team is the embodiment of their mascot. It's a beautiful thing, and it's hard. Them and the Browns. It's hard not to like. I want to see them succeed.
You want to see them, yeah, because they've been bad for so long.
Been suffering for so long, while simultaneously, like the most diehard support of any fan base for a struggling franchise. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, absolutely. I will say this though: the Lions. What I like about them, the last game of the season they played. It wasn't the Packers. What's the other team up there?
It was the last game of the season because we needed to beat them to get into the playoffs last year.
No, this year. I'm talking about. They went for it on. Oh, it was a Cowboys game the week before. They went for it like 3 times for that 2-point conversion for the win. They could have kicked the extra point and sent it to overtime. And Dan Campbell was like, fuck that. We earned it. Let's go get this win. Do y'all remember the sequence that happened?
No.
So he went for the 2. So it was, I'm going to make up a score. I remember the exact, I think it was 20-21. And it was the very end. It was like a minute left in the game. They get the touchdown. It's 20-21. Yep. Dan Campbell holds up the fingers. We going for 2. They send 3 offensive linemen to the referee to confuse the Cowboys. The guy goes to report eligible, but the ref started walking away. They throw the 2-point conversion to him. He catches it. They celebrate, and the ref said, no, you never reported eligible. They said, yes, we did. Dan Campbell started throwing a whole hissy fit. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And they were like, no, he didn't. They called a 5-yard penalty. Next play happens, and the guy gets sacked, but it was a false start by the Cowboys. So they got another opportunity to do it, and then they went for it again, and they didn't get it. So So it was a crazy turn of events. I like that Dan Campbell said, fuck that, we earned this win, let's go for it. I like that about him, but at the same time, after you don't get it the first time, you don't get it the second time, I think you should have played the odds and kicked the field goal for overtime, like your team earned it. And that's where I think could also come back to bite him in the ass. He don't know when to push the chips back in on the table. You know what I mean? Like,
he might have learned from that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I doubt it. I doubt it too, because everything about his personality that we see says that he's always going to be aggressive when presented with the opportunity. But you never know. He may have learned. Playoffs are just different. Playoffs are going to make you second guess those choices.
Yeah, because there's no tomorrow in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And DJ Malone says it best here. Campbell going forward on 4th down is going to bite them in the ass in the playoffs. Yeah, so I think that could be their Achilles heel, which also a strength of his could come back to hurt him. So I'm going to take the Rams there. All right, and then the last game of Wild Card Weekend, Monday Night Football, the Eagles versus the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. The Eagles have lost 5 out of 6 games. The only team that they beat in those 6 games was the division opponent Giants, and they barely got that win. In fact, they lose to the Giants just 2 weeks after that and lose handedly. You had Jalen Hurts dislocating a finger. He went back to the sidelines, had it popped out while he was on the sidelines. Marcus Mariota throws one pass, it's intercepted. They send Hurts back out there. He still don't do shit. They said A.J. Brown messed up his knee in that game, and Devontae Smith also left the game on crutches in that game. I have no idea who the receivers are going to be. Who are y'all taking in this game?
And none of that deters me from taking the Eagles for this game.
Buccaneers by 10. What's up?
I'm also going to go Eagles. I feel like if anything, they might grind this one out. I don't know how much further they're going to go into the postseason, but I feel like they might get this first one off. And I don't even think it's going to be easy. I think it might be a struggle.
Mike Evans and Godwin going to cook that secondary, bro. Y'all got the Bucs fucked up. Don't let that 9-point win that the Bucs had at the end of the season against the Saints fool y'all. That was a defense that knows them really, really well.
They only beat us by 9. So, no.
I'm trying to tell y'all that the Eagles defense is a shit show, and they're going to get smoked and embarrassed on national TV Monday Night Football. Bucs by 10.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, we're not going to go no further than that. That's all we need to do with that. All right, y'all had some topics y'all wanted to get to. Let's get ready to wrap this thing up. Oh, and my show got postponed to 10:30 because one of the guys can't make it, so we don't have to rush. We don't have to hurry up in 7 minutes. But
I'm supposed to be at a birthday party right now, but it is what it is.
I know G got some things to do. Where at? You live 3 hours from everybody you know.
Up in Bethlehem, it's an hour away.
Yeah, I'm about to say you live 3 hours from everybody. You ain't going nowhere.
And I have to drink, so that's really what I decided. And we finish up. Am I making another drink or am I dropping?
I mean, we can go ahead and
nah. Y'all both had a topic y'all wanted to get to. Let's go ahead and get to it. Y'all go ahead and introduce topics. We'll bang them out real quick. We won't, over talk it, but let's go.
So who's going first?
Go ahead, Doug.
Okay.
Defer to me on it. So my topic was, what was it? Situations, right? I'll just leave the example, right? We talked about me skydiving, and it's like the older I get, damn, I can't believe I did that. That was crazy. And like in the moment, it was like, oh, I love this. The adrenaline rush. I've never experienced one like it before or since. And even in the few years after, it was like, I'd love to do that again. But basically, since I hit like 30, it was like, no, never again. Because just when you think about what all could have went wrong, So my example, what got me thinking about this was not the skydiving. Y'all know, we did the pod when my car got robbed, right? Broke into my car, got some stuff back in June. And the whole time I was waiting, like they took my wheel lock key as evidence, try to fingerprint or whatever. I was waiting until November. And what happened was eventually my brakes were metal to metal on my car. So I desperately needed that so they could redo my brakes, rotate my tires, all that jazz. They were like, yo, just park it until you're ready to get this done. So that was the instruction. And I called the police station. I called the officer that responded, took the report. He was like, oh, that was done. Look, this was done 8 days after they took the wheel lock key. He gonna say, you never got called? That nobody called you to tell you that we closed this case out? Nah, dude, I've been waiting. Y'all just been having it sit in evidence. Y'all thought I would have just left it there for 6-7 months. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? 5 months, I think it was. So what was crazy was I went in there telling them cops, hey, I talked to Officer Smallbach last night. Y'all messed up. Y'all still got my wheel lock key. He said, y'all give me my stuff. Give me my stuff. Like, I walked into a police station on some y'all fucked up. Give me my shit.
Facts. That's the only time you can't get that off is when you right.
Nah, bro. That shit could have went so different. And I didn't realize till I walked out of there and got home. And I was like, that was stupid. That was I should have went on there. I should have went in there on some, hey, please give me my wheel lock key. Officer Smallbox said there was a misunderstanding last night.
Nah, give me my stuff. Enough force to let them know that you for real, but not so much that they take it as disrespect.
Them roided up white boys, keep that shit. I don't need them thinking anything that ain't what it is. I realized I walked in there, even like, and I wasn't just like, y'all fucked up, give me my shit. Like, I wasn't reason with it, but it's still like the energy I walked in with. I don't know if I should have been so confident.
No, man, white people be doing that stuff all the time with the cops. Nah, talk your stuff.
You bugging. When was the last time you walked into a police station, G? Have you ever walked into a police station and demanded they give you some shit?
No, I never, thank God, ever been in a situation where I had to demand some stuff. So I'll let you go if it ever. I'll let you know if it ever happens.
It's a very, very different situation, and my dumb ass was just in there blissfully, like playing games on my phone. Yeah, they're gonna bring me my shit. I know they are. Ain't no problem. That was dumb. That was stupid. So, what, if anything, have y'all done that could have gone very differently that y'all didn't realize in the moment, but y'all realized after?
Something that could have went sideways in the moment, but didn't really think about it until after.
That's crazy. I got a couple examples. So, and one of them involve y'all.
Yeah, I know what you about to say.
It involved y'all plus Sace. We went to clear out a house party
years ago. Oh shit, your neighbors.
Yeah.
Yep.
He wasn't there for that. G, you were there?
Yes, I was, because Mike
G
told
had
us
the
to take our
shotgun.
glasses off. Mike told me and you to take our glasses off so we look more intimidating.
G had the shotty.
Wait.
Right?
Wait.
Didn't you have the...
No, we didn't have any guns. You just
I'm out.
Wait. We went over there empty-handed?
We went over there empty-handed.
We went to clear a house party with 4 people?
4 people. 2 people stayed outside. I think 2 people went upstairs.
Nah, nobody stayed outside. I'm remembering.
No, Duck, you're wrong. 2 people stayed by the door at the front for sure.
But nobody was outside. Me and Sage were inside. There was nobody outside. Unless Sage stayed outside. I went inside. But I thought Sage was in there with
I was outside
by the door.
Oh, maybe it was G. Okay.
I know Mike went inside because he the one that cleared it out. But I know 2 of us remained outside watching the door. 2 people went outside, upstairs.
I didn't go upstairs, but I know I went inside because there was people like laying on the floor in the hallway. Yeah, it was people like laying on the floor in the hallway, laying in that first room that was to the left. I was gonna say though, G, you saying that Mike told us to take off the glass. I remember being like, "Yo, I ain't gonna be able to see shit," and I went. I had to be right up on, like, because it was like there was smoke and shit in there. So it was like my vision ain't that good without the glasses, but then you tack on and it was like hazy and shit in there. Like,
are y'all sure we didn't have a shotty with us?
No, we didn't have any.
I did, Mike. I did think you had. I don't know about a shot, but
I definitely had a pistol on me.
Yeah.
I definitely had a pistol on me. I thought I took a pistol and gave one of y'all the shotty at the door. But
Nah,
so maybe that's how I played it out in my head and didn't want to put y'all in that position. Maybe I thought it through and that was a little bit more of a sober thought because
you definitely had a gun. Wait, was this was during the Everclear phase we were in? What?
Yes.
Yo.
Yes. We might have been at my house shooting pool. And then decided to go over there and clear that shit out. Because remember, that was when I had the front room and it was my game room, the pool table and everything. The bench was up there where we played cards.
We probably was playing spades.
We were playing spades.
Yeah.
Drinking Everclear. Oh my God.
Now just imagine if one of them dudes pop fly on us.
Oh my God.
I'm glad I didn't give y'all the shotgun because if somebody started wailing on me, I would have hated to see how y'all reacted. So thank God we didn't do that. But even still, me having a piece on me and we going to clear out a house and we have no idea who's in what rooms. We don't know the layout of this place. Like we could have, it could have went bad.
Yeah. Oh, I just thought of a scenario.
Go ahead, give it to us.
It involved your goddaughter. So I'm the playful dad. I'm just always jokey joke. So I forgot we're leaving my apartment. We're going somewhere. She walks up to the driver's side door. I'm like, oh, so you think you know what you're doing, huh? I tossed her the keys, thinking she was just gonna get in the car. She hit the button, get in the car, sit down. I was like, oh, you just did that too smooth. I was like, go ahead and start the car up. She started the car up. I'm like, all right, go ahead and put it in drive. She put it in drive and stepped on the gas a little bit, Mike. Mind you, my car was facing the intersection. That could have went so bad, yo. So bad. My heart dropped. I put the car in park. The car was rocking when she did it. Mind you, I'm still on the outside of the car. I would have been running after the car if it would have went in the intersection. I was just like, yo, we're not telling your mom about this.
Oh, God.
She was at least 11, 12 years old.
So my other story that I was going to tell, if neither one of y'all told the one that I did share, it's simple. I did it 3 times, but running from the cops on foot. You just like thinking about how cops do people now. Now all 3 times, no, 2 times was in Trenton. Excuse me. And 1 time it was in Hightstown. But thinking about how cops treat young black men now and how it's all over the news, that was probably the dumbest shit I ever did. And one of them involved me hopping a really high fence. Like, I'm sure y'all have seen me hop a fence before. I do the thing where if I can reach it from the ground, I just go up and straight over. Like, I know how to use my weight and momentum and like you know how like gymnasts do. Like I could just Charlie, the little horse thing. Like I just swing my legs over it. This fence, I remember the one time it was 3 cop cars. We were out in the park and it was super late, but parks have closing times, but there's no fences in the park like that stop you from getting in. They might have fences on the perimeter, but there's no fences to stop you from getting in. And we were out there chilling. We had music and everything. It was a whole bunch of us. We had drinks and everything. And we saw the cop cars pull in from the different angles. And we were like, oh shit, we got to break. So when we started running, there was cops behind me and 2 of my boys. And the fence that I decided to run and jump over was so high that when I ran and jumped, I reached for the top and jumped, and my fingers went inside the fencing. So I stuck to it like a cat, and then I had to go up and climb and flip over. They were like, "Don't you do it? Don't go over!" And I remember looking back. Now you can't see what the cops are doing when they shine the lights on you because they're just a silhouette behind the light. And if you can see the silhouette, you're lucky. The light is that bright. So I'm up, going up the fence. Don't go over. Don't make us do it. And I don't know what they're talking about. But I wasn't looking back. I went up, and when I went to go over, I had to like flip my body over, and then you're facing them, and the light's in your face. Once you turn over the fence, like going up, and then you flip over. Now the light's in my face. I just let go out of fear because I couldn't tell what they were doing. And when I hit the ground, I just sat there it felt like forever. Just sitting there. It felt like forever. And the cop car's coming down now on the opposite side of the fence that I'm on. So I see the cop car coming towards me. I run in the direction of the cop car because I know it's harder for them to make a U-turn. And then I cut through an alleyway and got away. But like, just it's so dumb. I'm a kid in the park. The worst thing they were going to say was, you guys can't be here this time.
Mm-hmm.
But they caught what we saw was the number of cop cars. There was 3 cop cars that pulled in initially. We see that and we think, oh, they here for all of us. They weren't arresting all of us.
Right.
It was 20, 30 people out there at the park just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like they weren't coming to arrest none of us. They were coming to clear it out. But in your brain, like you make a bad situation worse by running. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that was really, really dumb. Like there's a bunch of stupid stuff. Some of the stuff I ain't gonna share on here, but that
For real, yeah. It involved cops too.
We've done some stupid stuff, some fights that I've been in unfamiliar territories and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like it's just, you know, I'm talking about Hightstown. Me and my boy, to this day, he don't even remember why we was out there. He was dating some girl that lived out there, and we went to like a school dance in a gymnasium, and we were surrounded by people from that school, and it was 4 of us. And I'm out there, I'm ready to go. I was ready, bro. Like I kicked the shoes off, pulled up the sleeves. I was ready. None of my boys that I grew up with are fighters. Not the boys from Not Trenton. You know James.
Yeah.
Y'all.
James is funny because he's a lot of talk, and it doesn't take much talk to get him
off.
out of sorts.
Yeah.
And then he not even talking; he just welding like a little girl. I love James. But
So James and my boy Baez, they were dating a set of twins. The twins are bad, by the way, like super bad. These Colombian girls. Anyway, but they lived in Hightstown at the time, and we were at the school that we were at. They invited them to a dance, and they wanted me to go with them. So it was us and then one of our other boys, and we went out there for something. But I don't remember what one of their girls, her ex was there. And that's all I remember. I don't know if he was looking across the gym and making signs. Something pissed us off. And I was ready to go. Enemy territory, don't know the numbers. Like, it was so bad. And if y'all know y'all probably have never seen me to this point, but when I get to a certain point where I'm ready to fight, there's no words. I'm just waiting to swing. Like, and I was ready. Like, I was in the parking lot, like, all right, we about to do this. Like, that's it. It started in the gym. And because the ruckus got so like tense, let's go outside. Let's go. But in my mind, we only going outside to fight. We could talk in here. Ain't no need to go outside if we just going to talk. But that was me growing up in Trenton, but still living out in West Windsor. Like that was the Trenton in me. If we going out, we clearing this shit out. Like, let's go. I was ready. Man, that was the dumbest shit ever. Ever. You just stupid. You young and you dumb. Like that shit ain't. I hope my kids don't ever go through nothing like that. Because it is so different these days, man. It ends.
Your kids are very different from you, all of them. Like their temperament is different. Like the only one, if there's one you got to worry about, if there's one, it's your middle girl.
And my youngest has a really bad temper. The baby girl, I'm noticing. I'm hearing it as she talks to her siblings. When she don't think we're looking, she's got attitude. When she's talking to different people, like I'm seeing it and I'm hearing it. That little girl has a really, really bad.
She's so much younger than even the middle girl. Like,
right.
I really haven't been around her as much as the rest of them. So
yeah, and I see it coming out of her. She's going to be a problem too. I think when it comes to her temper. So hopefully, hopefully she keeps it.
But that's the thing. That's what I'm saying about the middle girl. I don't even know that I don't necessarily think she's got a temper. I just think she got it. I just think she'll be so quick to throw down, especially when somebody's messing with her older sister because they're a year apart in school. Like,
yeah, she's gonna be the one to stand up for her older and younger siblings. You know what I mean?
I don't think she's necessarily even gonna have to be upset. I just think it'll be like, fuck.
It's principle.
Yeah.
That's what I think she's gonna be. That's the type of time I think she'll be on.
Yeah, she's 100% all about principle. That one there is
short fuse. Like, nah, you said what you said. I didn't like it. Fuck you, trying to talk your way out of it now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait.
Am I wrong about her? Like,
I can't wait till they get to high school. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
They're gonna be hated when they get to high school. If high school for them was anything like how it was when I was younger, they're mixed. They're too light skinned to get along with all the black kids. They're too mixed to get along with all the white kids. They're gonna have to find their own little path. And I'm not patting myself on the back. My girls are pretty, and then there's that pretty girl.
The Spanish chicks.
There's that pretty girl envy that happens amongst certain crowds and shit. Like they're gonna have a lot to deal with, and the fact that they're sisters, also is gonna carry some weight. Also, you know, I just gotta hope that they establish a name. You know, I gotta hope my son pulls some clout and be like,
that's my boy, no, and I love him, but
he needs to toughen up. Is what G's trying to say.
Nah, y'all slipping. Nah, see, y'all slipping.
He needs to toughen up. He needs to toughen up.
Y'all
Matter
slipping
of
on
fact,
my boy.
are we getting the G's topic? Because my example is going to involve his son, if it's the topic I'm thinking of. So
Let's go.
oh, my topic. All right, so we had an incident last night. We're getting ready to wash dishes. We just had dinner. Fire alarm's going off, but it's not in our apartment. We're thinking it's in our neighbor's apartment below us. So it goes off and it goes silent. I'm like, okay, maybe he was cooking something. He fanned it. He got it under control. Minutes later, same thing. Dog's going crazy. It comes on, goes silent. I'm like, what the heck? So I'm like, whatever. Again, maybe he was cooking something. It started up again. He got it under control. Bam, went off. Happens again. So I'm like, all right, let me go downstairs and check, see what's going on. She's like, babe, John's not home. So I still go downstairs, knock on the door. Maybe he has somebody over. You know, some people tend to leave their doors unlocked. I was going to walk around and say, hey, you know, did something, you know, start up or not? It goes away. I go back upstairs. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. This time it comes on, doesn't go off.
So you went downstairs. You didn't smell nothing. There was no smoke smell or nothing.
Nothing. So I get back upstairs. It goes off. The alarm goes off. It stays on. So I'm like, you know what? This is like the fourth time, and now it's on. It's on. So I was like, you know what? Let me go put my coat on. Let me go walk around, see what's going on. Put my coat on, walk outside. There's an alarm outside. It's ringing. You can hear it from the street. So I'm walking around. I'm looking up and down. I don't see anything. I don't smell anything. I'm like, okay, let me check the basement. You know, we got the cellar doors that swing outwards. I walk up to the cellar door, open the door. Bro, smoke hit me right in my face. Mind you, the light in the basement stays off until you turn it on. So in that moment, I had a decision to make. Do I play hero? Oh, I'm sorry, 1 second. Before I even get to the basement, my neighbor is outside. She's on the phone with 911. She's asking, hey, do you know what's going on? Where's the alarm? Blah, blah, blah. She said, I called the fire department. They're on their way. I said, okay, I'm going to go check the basement just in case. Like I said, smoke hit me. I got a decision to make. Go down, even though I know the basement layout like the back of my hand, see what's going on, or do I just wait for the professionals to get here? I was like, you know what? F it. It's only 7 steps to go down into the basement. As soon as I hit the cement step, pavement, the light is right there on my right. So I go down, hit it. I can see, but there's still light smoke around. So I'm looking around to see if I can spot where it's coming from. I look off to the right because the basement is split into 2. The first part is where storage is. To the right is where the laundry stuff is. You can wash your clothes and whatnot. To the right, you go through a doorway. That's the other part. You got the electric panel, the boilers, the water heaters. Off in the corner, I see in the darkness, I see a light. I hear sparking. I see a little flame. I said, oh, snap. I'll walk over there. Flame about yay big. It's the sump pump. Sump pump is on fire. So I get out. Mind you, I'm not running. Like, I'm moving pretty hastily, but I'm not running because it's a small fire. I'm like, okay, I'll go back to my apartment. My son brings down the fire extinguisher. I'm like, hey, the sump pump is on fire. I need the extinguisher. He hands it to me. We both go back down. I extinguish it, hit it one time. It goes out. I wait. It reignites. I'm like, oh, snap. I got to hit it even harder this time. Squeeze it. Let it, it goes out. I turn around. The fire chief is saying, hey, what's going on? I said, oh, the sump pump was on fire. If you go through the door right there in the corner to the right, that's where it is. I got it under control. He said, okay, sir, but you need to hurry up and get out. I get out. Everybody in the apartment complex, it's only 7 units. Everybody's out in the backyard talking about what's going on. And, people are, they're saying, you're the hero or whatever. To clap it. Oh, thank God, you went to go investigate and whatnot. So long story short, times where you've had a hero moment or had a clutch moment. Like, you know what? Let's just leave it at hero. To that person, you were a hero. It doesn't necessarily have to, follow up mine. It could be.
So, G, I'm proud of you. That's number one. I'm proud of you.
Appreciate it.
It's a good thing. Mike, you about to say something? What? We got that air.
Does he know we can't hear him?
I think you did that on purpose. Okay. I don't have anything that elaborate. You can't hear me? I hear some soccer in the background or something. Okay, that's done now.
Yeah, I don't know. G's microphone started picking up from the sound effect, so I muted G, so it's okay. I muted him.
I don't have anything that elaborate. I got a few quick things. So I am a hero literally every other weekend because my daughter just tries to end it all, and I save her. So that's number one. My daughter is 2. The story I'm going back to is Mike when your son was 2, and my little sister was supposed to be watching him, and I happened to be over there that day with her, and he was pulling this. Crazy how we date ourselves, right? It was your shelf of DVDs and CDs, which who even has those in their house anymore? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, someone was just having the time of his life, and he was rocking it so much, and I ran and I grabbed it, I jumped between him and the shelf, and caught the whole shelf, and they fell on top of me, and literally nothing hit him. And my sister was, "Oh my God, you saved him! Thank God, that would have been so bad." Like that. So I can say you need to be tough because God knows 2-year-old him could not have handled that falling on top of him. And another than that, I'm almost a hero. Does dialing 911 count? Is me being a hero?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So nothing actually happened to anybody. The job I had, my very first project, my last job, was at Santa. It was the first project. Everybody's walking out for their cars at the end of the day. I'm actually still with my ex at this point, the one y'all know. And so this dude, a white dude gets in his truck, black dude gets in the passenger seat. They start up the car, literally just thick brown smoke immediately. Within 30 seconds, the thing's in flames. I only saw the white dude get out of the driver's side. There's so many flames, I didn't see the black dude get out the other side. But I said, "Hey, is there anybody else in the truck?" And I'm saying that as I'm walking towards it, because my thought was, I got to pull this brother out the truck because everybody else is running away, which that's understandable, but I ain't going to let get hurt. At the same time, he's saying no, so I pull out my phone, dial 911. They had that whole area, the parking lot quarantine. There was this big black burn mark on the in the spot in the parking lot for the next few days. I think it was a chemical thing. They wanted to get cleaned up before any other cars parked there. But yeah, that's really all the only stories I got. And then, like I said, I save my baby every other weekend. So
What about you, Mike?
He saves his baby due to his own negligence. I don't know if we should count that.
No.
I don't know if we should count that, Doug.
No, that little girl, Mike. Okay, Mike. The birthday gift you got her last year, or the
Don't you dare try to say she endangers herself. It was all padded.
Yes, it was. It was. So what she did was she thought it would be a good idea to push it up to the dining room table. And she tried to get her slide on top of both of them somehow. She wanted to climb up she got up on the bench, got up on the table, was going to go down. And it's like, baby girl, where the hell do you think this landed? Where did you come down at the end of this slide? Like, this just happened, not last weekend, the 2 weekends before. Yo, my negligence, I'll let you build what you want. You need your imagination. We got the mega blocks. I get it, but at a certain point, you're trying to do too much, and that's where Daddy comes in to save your life. So that's my negligence when I'm trying to let her explore and learn and build. But the reckless abandon, she needs to stop.
I have a younger cousin, Lisa. Our youngest aunt's second youngest child. She has 5 children.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And every time I see her, she gets emotional and she tells me a story, especially if she's drinking. You know, people start smoking and drinking, they get. And if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here right now. People don't even know. That's why I fuck with you. You call me for anything, I got your back forever, Mike. I love you because you saved my life. Apparently, we were at like a youth convention or something like that, and she was in a pool, and she ended up in the deep end and couldn't swim. And she said that she was trying to get to the top and she couldn't. And she said she thought she was about to die. She said she was about to drown. And she said my cousin Michael came over and picked me up out the water and swam me to the side and made sure I was okay when nobody. She said my mama wasn't there, my daddy wasn't there, none of my brothers cared, none of my cousins. You saved my life. She'd be crying. She did this at her brother's funeral. She did this at her funeral. She did this at grandma's for what holiday just recently passed? Everybody was over there. Thanksgiving?
Christmas?
That was her
No.
birthday. It was Thanksgiving. It was grandma's birthday, like the next day.
Yes, yeah, that's right. That's right. She did it at Thanksgiving. Every time she see me, she make it a point. And then this time, it wasn't just telling me. She told whoever was there in the house, Mom, did you know that Michael saved my life? You ain't know what he did for me. I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for you. Have 2 kids going if it wasn't for Michael right now. But all right, chill.
God. Yo.
Like, please, like I love you. I'm happy this happened, but like you make me feel guilty and proud at the same time. Like I don't know what this feeling is. What is this called? Is this called brilt? Like is this called galled? Like what is guilty and proud combined? I don't know what this word is, but you know, like so she goes out of her way to do that. And then I don't know if y'all noticed about me, but when I had Sace, I don't know if he was living with me or just staying with me, watching my kids and stuff. This was years and years ago when Derek was young. I had my Avalanche then, and we used to get bad snow every year during the winters. And Sace and I, when I had free time, I would get off work early. My wife would come home and just be her and Derek. We would get in the truck, drive around looking for people stranded. I kept the tow hitch in my car. I kept the rope and the big metal hooks and everything in my truck. And we would find people stuck on the side of the road. We pull over. Hey, you need help? Oh, I called AAA. I said, well, you can call and cancel if we can pull you out. You want to do? They would say yes. And sure enough, we'll hook them up to the truck, throw that bitch in 4-wheel drive. And it was like candy. Yeah, I love doing that. People wanted to give me money and everything, but it was the time of year, you know, it's the end of the year, Christmas, holidays and stuff coming up. And, you know, after Christmas and everybody's rebate. Nope, keep your money, call AAA, save a tow, you know, you're good to go. We did that kind of stuff. We did that kind of stuff on a regular basis. And the biggest one that involved Sace, but didn't involve Sace on the record, he was walking to my apartment. This is when I lived in the apartments back in Mooresville, like the complex. And we were in my car from work, and we saw this little girl running across the street in a van, blew through the red light, just ran her over and drug her like 50 yards.
Oh.
Drug this little girl. She was under the van. The boom, 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 boom. Van jumped up. The dude jammed on the brakes, pulled over, and the little girl was underneath the car still. Now, I don't know if y'all know anything about the bottoms of cars, but that shit get hot. So I whipped the company van over, and I'm banging on the pull up. The little girl was under the van. He pulls up. We get her out. I'm trying to, what's the code for your phone? This little girl was, I believe she was unconscious. She couldn't say anything. She was on the ground, folded up. I'm like, I need the code for your phone so I can call your family. Can you say anything? What's your name? She's just moaning like it's noises. Now, I don't know if y'all ever seen anybody die from like blunt force trauma. They make noises. It's like air leaving the body. I didn't know if she was dying or what. We called 911. The reason I said it unofficially involved Sace is because he was in my company car at the time. I'm not supposed to have anybody in a company car. So when the cop showed up and we giving our witness statements, I'm trying to prep him. And if y'all know anything about Sace is, you know, he's a couple cents short of $1. And so
why are y'all talking about our artists dumb? That's say G, I don't know if you know that's Sace the 2 art majors.
that he would by the way, that was his method of flirting. Just so we're clear, 2 art majors in college, and he was like, "Why do you like art? Art is dumb." Like that was how he was flirting. Anyway, so like I said, he's a couple cents short of $1, but that's still my man. So I said, listen, when the cops get here, they're gonna ask you why you were here. You cannot tell them you were in my car. You were walking. We saw the accident and we just happened to meet up. I just happened to be driving by. You were not in my car. Like, I'm prepping him for the story. He butchered the story. So the little girl survived. Thank God she survived. Her family was suing. So 7 to 8 months later, I get a phone call from the lawyer. Lawyers asking from my perspective on everything that happened. What direction were you coming from? How fast do you think the van was going? Was the van clearly run the light? Was it a yellow light that he went through? Was it a red light that he went through? They asked me all the details, and I'm laying it out. Boom, boom, bang, 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 bang. When you see tragedy about that, when you drive like I do, you look ahead. You don't look at the car ahead of you. You try to see a mile down the road and closer, like whatever the visibility is. That's how you plan when you drive as much as I drive. And so I saw, oh, this dude about to go through this light. He's not slowing down at all. And I saw Shorty just walking through the thing. She was well within her right. I'm giving them all the details. Oh, you sound like a credible witness. You sound like a credible witness. There was another guy there named Sace with my last name, Sace Andrews, right? What do you think about him? And I was like, no, I mean, if y'all want to call him, cool. Well, he's next on our witness list. We might call you guys because y'all were there when the cops arrived, when the ambulance arrived, right? And so he butchered the story. This was too far, too gone, out of sight, out of mind type shit. And they were like, yeah, we can't use either one of y'all because both of your stories were so different. Other than her getting hit, there were no consistencies with your story. He said the van was heading from east versus west, north and south. But I told him, I said, listen, he's not all the way there. Like, you can't count on him for those kind of, just ask him if the guy ran the light. They were like, but if we put him on the stand and they ask those questions and what he says is wrong, they're going to say the testimonies of the witnesses aren't credible. So they decided not to use either one of us. But we did save that young girl's life. We were there. You know, I was trying to, this was before facial recognition on the phone. I waited. I held that little girl's phone. They had her loaded up in the ambulance and it started ringing. And I answered the phone. I said, hey, who is this? Do you know any of her friends and family? I got this girl's phone. She was just hit by a car. I'm in the ambulance with her. I'm yelling at where are y'all taking her? You're not family. We can't tell you. I was like, I'm on the phone with her family. Where are y'all taking her? They got to meet her. This is a minor. This little girl. How old is she? She's 15 years old. Like, I'm yelling at the cops. I'm yelling at the ambulance because I'm just a pedestrian.
Yeah.
They can't give me any personal information. I get that, but I'm on the phone with her family. Yo, call her mom, call her dad, whoever you know. Y'all got to meet her there. This girl just got hit by a car. She got drugged for at least 50 yards. Like, this girl's in bad condition. Y'all got to get there. So I do. That was one of the times where I felt really, really proud of me being in the right place or wrong place at the right time, maybe.
Yeah,
wrong place at the right time, but you know, and held it down for that little girl, and you know, because the guy was nervous, like he was out there losing the shit. He didn't want to call. Yo, you got to call 911. You got to call. Is she okay? I think she'll be okay, bro. She's folded. She like a fucking pretzel down here. No, she's not gonna be okay. Call the cops.
Facts.
Call 911, bro. Like, you can't do that. But people panic. They think they're gonna go to jail. And it's crazy how the human mind works, right? We see a car accident and we think, oh, I'm going to get a ticket and all that stuff. But we also think you're going to be like criminalized.
Yep.
Right. Like, you didn't, like, bro, you didn't do it on purpose. You know, you didn't intentionally run this girl over. Yeah, you're going to get tickets. You might have a suspended license or some points, but you're not going to go to, you shouldn't go to jail for this. Right. Your insurance company is going to get sued, which is going to have your name on it. But if you got coverage and he was in a company vehicle, you should be okay.
And it's better than you doing the hit and run and that person died.
Oh, nah. I wasn't letting him go nowhere. He kept trying to get back in the driver's seat. I said, no. Get all your shit from the passenger side. I had Sace lean up on the driver's door. No, you're not getting back because she's okay. I think she's okay. We can go. No, we can't go.
That's a job that Sace is built for.
He was made to be a doorstop.
That is a job that Sace is built. He would have been too excited to do that shit.
All right. Listen, man, we got to wrap this thing up here. We don't have time for a quiz tonight. Normally we do a Today in History, a quiz, but I have a show in literally a minute and a half. So I have to get going. Let me make sure they didn't push anything back. Okay, yeah. They didn't push anything back, so it's still on for 10:30. That's in literally.
All right, well.
Hey, G, And enjoy the rest of your night, G.
Anniversary celebration.
All right, y'all. We hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Thank you all for the new people who watched tonight. We had our most amount of live viewers, double digits here. So that's a new for us.
You kick off the new year. Like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Right?
Like, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And we will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Love y'all.